Welcome to the Explainer. Sometimes it's not about the gadget, it's about the journey to get it. Today, we're digging into exactly that. We're looking at a vlogger's emotional quest to get his hands on the new iPhone 17. And as you'll see, the struggle to get this thing, well, it might be just as meaningful as the tech itself.
Okay, so let's actually start at the end. I want you to see this moment of just pure, unadulterated joy. This is the payoff, right? But to really get why this moment feels so completely earned, we've got to rewind and go all the way back to the beginning.
So, what kicks off this whole adventure? Was it just about getting the shiny new toy? Nope, not at all. For this vlogger, getting this very specific phone, it was a total professional necessity. We're talking about the one tool he absolutely needed to do his job.
So here's the deal. This guy makes his living creating videos, and he's often shooting outdoors, sometimes for days at a time. The iPhone, that's his camera. It's his workhorse. So when he heard about the iPhone 17's completely redesigned camera system, yeah, that wasn't just a nice to have. For his business, it was a straight-up, non-negotiable upgrade.
Okay, but getting his hands on this super crucial tool on launch day, well, that turned out to be a way bigger challenge than he ever saw coming. And you're not going to believe where it all went wrong. A very, very poorly timed wellness class.
Can you just picture this? He's in a meditation class, right? He's supposed to be finding his inner peace, his center, and instead he's huddled under a blanket, secretly trying to pre-order a phone. And in the span of just 15 minutes, while he's supposed to be totally chill, his entire launch day plan just completely implodes.
And the result? It wasn't just, oh darn, I'm disappointed. We're talking about genuine distress here. See, for a content creator, a month-long delay isn't just an inconvenience. In this space, everything moves so fast. It means falling behind, and that window to create relevant content about the new phone, it was slamming shut fast.
So yeah, waiting until October just wasn't an option. It couldn't happen. And that's what kicks off this frantic, multi-day hunt for a phone that, honestly, seemed impossible to find.
You know how it is. Friends were offering advice, online forums were giving him these little glimmers of hope, and he tried everything. I'm talking waiting up late for rumored restocks that never happened, constantly, and I mean constantly, refreshing the store page. But every single attempt just led to more frustration. The worst part? Waking up to find out he'd slept right through the one real chance he actually had. Ouch.
Now you might be thinking, hold on a second, why not just grab the 256 gig model that kept popping up, right? Why go through all this trouble for one very specific configuration? Well, the answer really gets to the heart of what he needs to do his job.
Okay, so think about it like this. You're out on a multi-day hike filming these long, beautiful 4K videos. You're miles from any internet connection. What happens if you run out of storage? It's not a small problem. Your entire project just grinds to a halt. It's over. So for him, 512 gigs, that wasn't a luxury. It was an absolute fundamental requirement.
And then, after days of this constant searching, he finishes editing a video, and kind of on autopilot, he does one last routine check. He refreshes the page, and bam, there it is. The exact model he needed, green, 512 gigs, and available for pickup that very day. Just like that, the race was finally over.
So he rushes over to the Apple Store, and he finally gets that phone in his hands. The big question, though, after all that struggle, was it actually worth it? Let's dive into his first impressions.
And what's interesting is the first thing he noticed wasn't some flashy software feature. It was just the feel of the device, The new matte texture on the back-end sides was a total 180 from the glossy, kind of slippery finish of his old iPhone 14. A small change for sure, but a really welcome one.
Of course, the technical upgrades were also a big deal, and you could see them right away. First up, the long-awaited move to USB-C. For him, that just meant carrying fewer cables and way simpler charging on the go. The old mute switch? Gone, replaced by this new configurable action button. Super handy for, say, instantly launching the camera. And you could totally see that the screen bezels were thinner, which just makes the whole display feel more massive when you're editing.
But it wasn't just about the hardware. He also pointed out that the software itself just felt different. He described the new UI in iOS 26 as having this really unique, almost liquid-like vibe to it. His words were a glassy, jelly-like feel. Sounds like something that's going to take a little getting used to.
Okay, so let's circle back and tie this all together. We've seen the struggle, we've seen the big win.
But why? Why did this one phone matter so darn much to him?
Really, it all comes down to one simple thing. For him, the iPhone 17 isn't just a phone. Come on, it's the main tool of his trade. It's his camera, it's his editing suite, it's how he connects with his audience. So this upgrade, it was a totally essential investment in how he makes a living.
And you know, this whole saga kind of leaves us with one last thought. That happiness we saw at the beginning, it clearly wasn't just about the new features. It was about the incredible satisfaction of finishing a really difficult quest. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Maybe the real value of our tools isn't just in what they do, but in what we have to go through to finally get our hands on them.